Horoscopes by 1pkc.io, brought to you by Jeff Helkenberg.
Hello Scorpio, this is your horoscope for the week of February 3rd, 2019. Now, currently the House of Scorpio is empty, while your ruling planet Pluto remains in Capricorn. And for those of you who follow Mars, Mars remains in Aries. And so last week we were talking about the two different types of Scorpios. Right now there's a fork in Scorpio. And so some Scorpios are heading the direction where they're completely decoupling from responsibility to the greatest extent possible. They're not thinking about long-term plans. They're not trying to make big decisions. They're generally avoiding those kinds of responsibilities. And the other Scorpio has been fully invested in taking life hyper seriously, has been making big plans, and has been doing everything they can to reduce chaos and take total control of their life. And so both of you last week, the one who is out of control experienced the consequences of what happens when you're out of control, probably got blindsided by a situation that they weren't prepared for, and simultaneously the Scorpios who were taking it really seriously and thought they had all of the variables accounted for got hit by variables that they hadn't prepared for. So there were two different paths. One, the out of control Scorpio, very sad. It was a very sad experience. You kind of feel like, man, life's out of control. And then the other side of that, the hyper-controlling Scorpio, actually felt very angry because they really felt like they were doing everything they could possibly do and figured it all out and were on like the path that they understood. The next thing you know, it's like they fell off the edge of a flat world and everything they thought they knew, they didn't. And so this week, hopefully you're able to pick up some of those pieces. It's going to be important for you to take control again and to get some kind of leverage over your life. And so that's going to be available for you. That Capricorn energy is going to assist you in developing a plan to kind of pick up the broken pieces and reformulate your strategies. Now, if your strategy has been to just throw caution to the wind and live with reckless abandon, chances are that's going to get old eventually, and you're going to need to take life more seriously because you're going to be forced into that position because the hourglass of your life is running out of sand, and eventually it's going to come front and center to you that we actually have precious little life to live. And so it's going to be important for you to stack as many functions in the remaining time as you possibly can, whereas the other Scorpio is going to be forced to take life a little bit less seriously and actually allow variables to come in and deal with them in a less catastrophic way, a less psychologically distorting way. So for both of you Scorpios out there, it's going to be a good week because you're in the post-apocalyptic phase where you can kind of assess what went wrong. Now, if you take active control, you allow this to be a learning experience, it's going to get very positive for you, and it's going to be positive. But if you were just angry and recalcitrant and refuse to learn, chances are you're going to continue in a kind of Groundhog Day sort of reality to relive these errors and to relive these pains. So try to look at what's happened to you as a learning experience, make it positive, and move forward. Now, for those of you who know your birth chart positions, here's a rundown of the other planets and our star. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, Neptune is in Pisces, Saturn, Venus, and Pluto are in Capricorn, Uranus and Mars are in Aries, the Sun and Mercury are in Aquarius, and the Moon starts the week in Aquarius, moves through Pisces and Aries, and will end the week in Taurus. So again, the message this week, you're going to be able to recover just fine. Make sure you're not allowing yourself to get into a pattern where this type of pain continuously and cyclically returns to you because you fail to learn valuable lessons.
Thank you for listening, and visit 1pkc.io for more great content.